That should work.
That should work.
Okay.
That should work. Okay.
Let's see if I can get the sound sounding better. I think it's just picking up too much feedback. Not sure. Let's put this into my phone real quick. That way I can hear how it sounds before we start playing. Alright. Okay. I wish because of the phone. Okay, now we should be able to play. Let's get this started, I guess. How do I... No. Alright. I think this is working. Alright. Okay. Why won't it let me paste? There we go. Oh, I didn't want to pick that one. There we go. Well, let's hop to it. So I've never really streamed before. Well, I've done it a couple times, but it's always not come out very good. So we'll try it again. And I've never played this game before. So this is Corpse Party. It the original game was made by RPG Maker, and it's sort of like a RPG in a way, but you don't battle and stuff. You just gotta survive and whatnot. I believe this is the third game in the series. I don't think they ported any of the other ones in it, but this is a remake of it, if I remember correctly. As you can see, it's Xseed Games published it, I believe. So, yeah, that's a brief history of the game. Alright. Continue. We don't have any save slots. Yep. Alright. New chapter. Of course, chapter 00. Yeah, this is Blood Drive. I've never, I haven't played any of the excuse me, of the Corpse Party games. So this will be new. No! Uh-oh. Well, someone just got clipped. It had been 2 months since the Book of Shadows incident. I had been critically wounded by a blowback from the sorcery I had involved myself with, but Nakazama was there to carry me out from the crumbling Shinozeki estate. Now, pardon me if I pronounced this horribly wrong. 1 second, making sure my stream sounds okay. 1 second, making sure my stream sounds okay. Okay, it does. Alright. 2 of us were picked up at the side of the old mountain road and rushed to the hospital where I was restored to stable condition. The grimoire responsible for so much of the horror everyone had been through, the Book of Shadows, was buried in the rubble of the estate when its roof collapsed. Hard to believe over the 2 months had passed since the fall of Heavenly Host Elementary, since the 5 of us were united safely to the real world. Yeah. Did we do it right? These stupid girls, they're gonna do the ritual themselves now. Did they not learn? Or are these new people? I don't know. Like I said, I've never played the originals, so I have no clue. Hey, that's not the kind of thing you invite your friends to do with you, is it? That's so mean! Sorry, guys. But now we'll always be together, right? Man, my allergies are kicking my butt. Excuse me. After Shekyo vanished from the close space, the effects of the Shekyo ever after vanished from the world longer. So it's a shame that they're making you play this game and they don't put the rest of the games on the Switch, because I have no clue what they're talking about. I just know that this is supposedly a really good game. Interesting. The lives of our friends and our teacher were also erased, and they weren't just dead, but wiped from existence entirely. Oh boy. There's no such person as Shieko. Now take your medicine, please. Ouch. No!
Naomi! 飲みなさい。飲むの。
No! I'm not crazy. I'm not. We have been lucky ones to survive, but for us, this past 2 months have been hell on earth. Did I forget to mute the TV? Yes, I did. I apologize. There we go. This was my fault for heedlessly performing an occult ritual. I suffered heavy wounds with major blood loss. I was in the hospital for weeks. But I was finally released just yesterday, returning to school at Kizagami Academy for the first time since the incident. When I reached the front gate, I stopped and stared at the school grounds, shaking back a bit. I knew that once I passed through these gates, I'd be reminded of a reality where Suzumoto, Miss Yui, and the others no longer exist. Again, I apologize for screwing up the names, but I don't speak Japanese. Shinzozuki, I think this was, he said. Guys! These were the only people in the world who understood me. The only people I could relate to. The only ones who remembered our 4 departed friends. Welcome back! Congratulations on your recovery. Okay, I can move around now. That's how you run. Okay.
Oh, Shinozaki! Yatto dete kita ka.
Hey, Shinozaki! Finally let you out today. Kusuma. I'm not gonna even pronounce that name no more. Thank you for coming to check on me so often. Sure, I mean, it was no big deal.
元気出せって言っても難しいかもしんないけど、みん
Come
なつ
on,
いてっからな。
chin up. Or I guess that's a little hard to do, all things considered. But we're all here for you, okay? Uh-huh. Alright, you gotta talk to each of them.
篠崎、おかえり。
Now, he was one of the main protagonists in the original. I remember that clearly. I don't remember... Yeah, he obviously survives, but... I believe his little sister didn't. That might be spoilers for people who haven't seen the original games. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But, welcome back. Thanks. Oh, no, that's his little sister. Okay, so she did live through it. Because I know, in the original games, if you screw up, you could actually, like, kill off a lot of the characters. I'm fine. Thank you. Welcome back, class rep. Okay, I just talked to them all. So, at this point, I still don't know. I didn't know that even outside of the closed space of Heavenly Host, even here in the real world, uh-oh.
おまじない好きだよね。またなんか新しいの仕入れなきゃ。
Uh-oh. Everybody sure does love that fortune telling stuff. I gotta find me a new one for next
マ
time.
マ、今日は早番だといいな。
I hope Mama works the early shift today. I'm starving. Uh-oh.
ママ。
Mama? Exhale. This might not end well. Nope. It doesn't end well at all. Ooh. Ooh. The curse reach was growing. Yet another unexplained death has occurred this time, Junior.
大丈夫だった？
Welcome home. How was it?
まったく。
Still can't
転ん
believe
だ
you're
拍子
lucky.
に落ちていた
Tripping
刃
and
物で
falling
アーム
on.
を大
What
怪我
was
す
it
るなん
again?
て。
A cutting
一
tool?
体何を
And
してい
that's
た
all
の？
it
あ
took
ゆ
to
み。
put you out of commission for 2 months?
日の絵みたいにまた
Life
幽霊
certainly
が
is
どうのと
fragile.
か
What were you
オカルト
doing
まがい
anyways?
なことをし
I
て
hope
る
you're
んじゃ
not
ないでしょう
dabbling in that
ね。
occult business like your sister.
ほっといてよ。
Leave me alone.
もういつもの
And
こととはい
Hiro,
え、昨日
disappearing
も
like
どこへ行ってい
always.
るのやら。
I swear these girls of mine
うちの
are giving me
娘たち
gray
は
hairs. Well then, that's a meltdown if I've ever seen one. So I take it her sis didn't make it.
忌まわしい記憶。
That same horrible scene played out in my memory once more. massive earthquake ripped through the basement of the Shinokoi estate, leaving it teetering on the edge of collapse. Worse still, the whole place was in flames. Oh boy. Kaido's megalform appears as shimmering in the firelight. Red glinted off the red around the estate of the blades that were rapidly slushing at her face. They danced around and through her, almost whimsically prompting unnatural gyrations through her body without even letting her so much as touch the ground. I grabbed onto her sister's body in vain in an attempt to pull her to safety. But she used what little strength she had left to push me back.
Ayumi-chan,
You need to live,
生きるのよ。
Ayami. Remember, your sister will be with you always in your heart. I could distinctly hear those words in the back of my head, spoken in a soft, soothing voice. It was short-lived, however, as the ceiling suddenly became webbed with cracks and fissures, and a massive beam from above, crushing her upper body entirely. With this, I shot to my feet and began running in circles, screaming uncontrollably, and I would have ran right into the rapidly spreading fire if Naomi hadn't caught me. My hands and feet were covered in bruises and cuts from the swarm of blades that my spell had summoned. Naomi was bleeding as well, but nowhere near as badly.
ダメ、委員長、逃げるのよ。
No, class rep, we have to go.
離してよ。離して。
Oh yeah,
失われた
that'd be
みんなの
traumatizing.
存在を取り戻すため、篠崎幸子と天神賞の呪い、その根源を追う私と中島さんの前に
Oh, so they were trying to bring everyone back. That
取
makes
り壊
sense.
され、この世に存在しないはずの篠崎義恵と
Oh, hey, Dank.
幸子の成果
How's it
が
going,
現れ
man?
た。その地下にあった
Thanks for
古代の
stopping
門
by.
ブックオブシャドウズで黒魔術を試した私は
In the basement, we found an old book of spells known as the Book of Shadows. Convinced I could undo the horrors that I've seen, I decided to try a little black magic of my own.
夢かうつつかもわからない
This inevitably led to the
恐
worst
ろし
nightmare
い
of
事
them
態に
all.
襲われて
I was attacked from all sides, uncertain what
瀕
was
死
real
の
and
注射
what
を
was
してしまっ
not.
たのだ
The wounds I endured should have been fatal.
どうしてあの
Hope
場
you're
所が
doing pretty
分かっ
good
たの
today,
かは知れないけど
Dank.
飛び込んできたお姉ちゃんが
I didn't know how she knew where I was, but just as things seemed bleakest, Sis came rushing into my
結
rescue.
局私は何もできず
In the
た
end,
だ
I only
犠牲
made
を増
things
やしただ
worse.
けだった
All I did was add one more sacrifice to the pile. What the fuck?
みんな私の犠牲者じゃない私なんか
Nice. I played a little bit of Mario 35th. It was pretty good. I haven't won one yet though.
いいぞ、死ね。死ね。死ね。
Oh boy.
なんだよ、やめるなよ。そのまま
Come
死ねよ
on.。Don't stop. Just die already. With one shoe on my desk and sporting a rare open-mouthed version of a shit-eating grin, a boy wearing a black parka was just somehow there in my room without explanation. Yeah, I know. She's out just stabbing herself with scissors.
死んでくやつが俺
If
の名
you're
前なん
about to
て興
die,
味ねえ
why
だろ
don't。you care who I am?
嘘ばっかだな、お
Clearly,
前
you're
の
not
反
serious
応。
about this at all. About this at all, yep. He's El Diablo.
それが嘘だろ
Like I said, you're not serious. You're just deluding
本
yourself.
心はどこだ、クソ女。
Where's your mind at, bitch? Aren't you just looking to save yourself? Spare yourself from all this suffering? So stop lashing out and do something about it. You fucktard. Damn this game. Well, good thing I don't have to worry about monetization. Who the hell are you? What do you want? Why have you come here? I am nobody. And this is gonna be real boring if it ends with you lying to yourself. Without a word, he motioned for me to put my hand out and unceremoniously popped a piece of 10-year-old gum into it. The boy smiled with a cold yet oddly kind expression, and then finally took his leave by jumping out the window. All I could do was stand there and sob. Now, so as I was saying earlier, this is the I think the third or the fourth game in the series. Unfortunately, the Switch does not have the first or the second or any of that stuff. So I'm going in blind because I haven't played the other ones. So I kind of don't know what's going on. But kind of do, because I have seen Let's Plays of other people playing it, but I've never played it myself. Now that Heavenly Host Elementary is gone, what do I do? How do I repent my sins? Yeah, so I'm pretty much blind on what's going on. I do know that some of the main characters from the first game are in here, but as far as like what happened, all I know is they did some like occult summoning stuff, and then a lot of them got slaughtered horribly. That's basically it. Nice work, everyone. Like, I know the guy on the right in the white shirt, he was in the first game. Hey, Satosha. You brought lunch today, right? Let's eat on the roof. Oh, sure. Seems like a nice day for that. Let's go. Wow, the sky is clear as can be. Not a single cloud. I love the autumn sun. Yeah, it is quite interesting. The original game, I know for a fact, started off as a RPG Maker game, and the original one had like Super Nintendo type of graphics for the RPGs, like the old school Secret of Mana or even Final Fantasy with the graphics. It was interesting to see like the little 8-bit characters like get slaughtered. From what I remember seeing very little of it. But this one's the remake of the third one or fourth one, I think. I don't remember. One of those two. What'd you bring today? I had some time, so I fried up a little something. Man, your kitchen skills are impressive. I'm guessing I've just got last night's leftovers. Sounds like the first world problems, if you ask me. You think so? Uh-oh. For bread or something. So he got money to go get food. Lazy mom.
こんなところでご
Well
飯なの
now, lunch all the way up here?
今日は晴れて
It's a
るし
fine day today, so I bet your food will be all the more delicious.
確か
The anime art on this is not too bad
ク
either,
オン先生だっけ
I think. This was our classmate's TA, Miss Koniwa, age 24. I don't know how to pronounce that at all. She was an English teacher with white hair, blue eyes, and a soft, delicate
クラ
voice.
スメートの話によると俺たち
I
は
bet you
全然
anything
小学
she's
校
not gonna live through this game. We asked our classmate about her the day we returned from Heavenly Host
ちょう
Elementary.
ど半年前に
They said that she was a teacher who'd come to our school half a year ago, but the five of us have no memory of that. Or she's a demon.
俺たちのいた世
If
界
they have no memory of her coming, she's probably a demon. Probably
水
gonna
野
suck
先
the
生が
soul
そ
out
の
of
立ち
them.
位置だったんだ
Wait, that kind of came out wrong. In our world, the one we came from, we had Miss Yuri instead, filling the exact same role.
だから
But Miss Yuri's
クオン
dead, I
先生
think.
には悪いけど
So we meant no offense to Miss
天神小学校から
Kunon,
生還した俺
or
たち
I
は
can't pronounce her name.
この事実に
But her presence here, this reality, just felt inherently wrong to those of us who survived the Heavenly Host incident.
サトシ君ご飯がないの
Do you not have any lunch?
何が食べたい
What is it you most like to eat?
Eh?
I don't know. She seems suspect.
好きな食べ物は
What's your favorite food?
あの
Pork
カツ丼
cutlet on rice, I guess. Okay.
なんだろうあの先
What's she up to? She's probably just messing with you. I guess I'll go buy some bread at the cafeteria or something. Okay, but you should probably hurry it up. I mean, lunch has already started, so I doubt you'll have a whole lot left at this point. Oh crap, you're right. Okay, wait here, I'll be back. Hold the run button while moving to sprints. Sprinting gradually trains your stamina, and if you run out completely, you won't be able to move again for a short time. Your stamina will recover whenever you're not sprinting, however, slow down every time. Okay. That's good to know. Probably so we can run away from monsters. I did make it.
仕方ねえな
Touchy
What
ran
an
out.
ebi fry.
Here, you can have one of
Yeah.
my fried shrimp. Open up. I shone upon the meeting those magnificent golden fried shrimp.
本当か
Really?
悪いな
Thank you so much.
あ
What the fuck? MIB. You've seen too much. It even says a Men in Black. Oh, that's funny. You must be Mr. Satosha Moshida. Huh? Me? I am, but I've come to deliver your lunch.
え
What? The man in black handed over a lacquered box containing pork cutlet on rice with eggs. Perfect, picture perfect in every way. It was my favorite meal down to the last detail. Then she must be like really, really freaking rich. Who?
先生
What is Miss? Class rep. The classroom glowed with the golden hue of twilight, but my gaze was fixed on the floor. Must have been obvious to Nakashim that I had a lot on my mind. I cannot pronounce half of these names.
委員長
Are you okay? She asked as she sat down at the desk in front of me, facing backwards. She was trying to comfort me. But she had dark circles around her eyes, too. She and I must have looked very similar to one another, from the outside perspective. My left hand was still wrapped in bandages. It throbbed, increasingly reminding me of previous night events. I ignored as best as I could and forced an empty smile. And to those watching, thank you for watching, by the way. I don't live stream very often just because I don't know how to do it very well. But for October, I'll probably be live streaming a little bit more often, playing random spooky games like this. I'm sorry.
これ以上
I won't cause any more trouble. Huh?
迷惑って
Trouble? What do you mean? I couldn't bring myself to answer that. I just flashed another smile, a confusing one that must have looked very strange to her, and left the classroom. Class rep.
今出て行ったの
Did I just see Shinosuke leaving?
ナオミどうしたの？
What's wrong, Naomi?
委員長
Our class rep seems to be taking everything really hard. We should try and
私たちで
support her a
フォロ
little
ーしてあげ
more.
た方が
お前もだよナオミ。
That is
無理していないか？
not the only one, Naomi. You've been pretty hard on yourself too, don't you think?
大丈夫
I'm fine. I mean,
辛いのは
I'm not the only
私
one
だけじゃない
suffering
し
here. We all got to be strong
私
for
一
one
人
another.
甘えてられないもの
Yeah, definitely, Dank. I'm still trying to figure out how to put the like the chat on the screen, sort of like how OJ and other people do, and trying to figure out like the alerts and all that stuff. But I'm not too much worried about that because I'm such a small YouTuber that I'm not too worried about having all the fancy stuff yet.
変な気起こさ
If
ない
I get bigger, I'll worry about it then. I just hope she doesn't do anything drastic. As I walked, I thought back to my time in the hospital. I was laying in bed, arms and legs virtually mummified in bandages, when a woman with flowers came to see me.
はじめましてあら
Hello, you don't know me,
そっ
but
くりですね
oh,
お姉ちゃん
my,
と
you really do look just like your sister.
あなた
Who are you?
私は
My name
山村未
is
来
Maria Yamamura.
あなたのお姉ちゃん日の絵
Your
ととも
sister
に
and I
ウィ
both
ッカイン
part
スティ
of
テュートとい
the
う
Wicca
精霊崇拝
Institute,
組合に
an
所属してい
association
るもので
dedicated
す
to the worship of spirits.
お姉ちゃんはい
The Wicca Institute.
これはお見舞いです
As she said this, she placed a bouquet of flowers on a small table by the bed and looked around the room with a curious expression on her
ご両
face.
親は今
Are your
いらっしゃらない？
parents not here at the moment?
お買い物に行っています
They're out shopping.
そう
I see. So neither
Otosan
your
and
father
okasan
nor your mother know
まだ
then
知らないのですよ
about
ね
Hinor's death.
彼女が命を落とし
The
た
day she
あの
lost
日
her life.
あなたを追って
Before she went
旧篠
after
崎
you
家
in the
跡地へ向
old
かう前に
Shinoke
日
estate,
の絵は
the
私
last
に
person she
最
contacted
後の
was
連
me.
絡をくれて姉ちゃんが
Sis contacted you?
きっと自分の運命を理解して
She probably understood her
そして
fate
受け入れて
and
いかない
accepted it. The spirits can reveal a
精霊は
person's time of death if you let
人
them.
の死期を教えてくれるの
So wait, everyone else doesn't know that her sister exists, but this chick does. Alright, that's really suspicious. Or it could be because she's part of the Wicca Institute.
その分できる
But
精
she
一
was
杯の
prepared to
行
take
動と
actions
覚悟を持
regardless.
てる
She didn't care what the consequences might be. She really was an amazing person. Tears began to pour from my eyes, and I could do nothing to stop them. I had been sitting up in the bed, but unconsciously started to curl into a fetal position as best as I could with the bandages. Yamamura put her hand on my back to
あゆ
comfort
み
me.
ちゃん
Ayami, I've come here to bestow
意志を伝えるわ
Hino's last wish to you.
黒の本
Retrieve the Gilmore, the Book of Shadows, the forbidden book that's been passed down through the
代々篠崎
Shinosuke
家が守
family
り
for
続けてきた
generations.
あの本が心ない者の手に渡れば
If the book should ever fall into the wrong hands, the world would most assuredly be plunged into utter chaos. See, we of the WI are an association of white witches who commune with spirits and abide by the will of nature. Hiro was initially hesitant to involve herself with anything related to the Shinozaki bloodline, but having defied her parents and rejected her lineage. But in recent years, she's been sensing the presence of the book and growing more and more intrigued. The other Wiccans and I look for it. Hey Crit, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Other Wiccans and I look for it, of course, but we found no hint of it at the site of Yoshai and Shakiko Shino whatever estate. I can't pronounce it. We're surprised to find burned beams and other debris of the old house was on what we expected to be nothing more than a vacant lot, but that was all we found. Yet, even though it wasn't there, I could still sense its presence remains. Where in the world? So, Crit, I'm playing Corpse Party. I think this is the third or the fourth game in the series. It's on the Nintendo Switch, and it's the only one on the Switch, unfortunately, so we're kind of blind playing it, because I've never played the other ones. I've seen some Let's Plays of it, so I know a little bit, but I've never played it myself, so we're kind of blind on what's going on. Yamamura looked directly into my eyes. Did you know that someone else was living in this city, who shares her bloodline with you? And Yamamura pulled a notepad from her pocket and carefully wrote a name and address on the top sheet. She then tore a page and handed it to me. Makina Shinezaki. I knew that name. It was on the family tree. I just know that a lot of people in it die a gruesome death. And it involves a lot of occult stuff. Yeah, in the Shinozaki estate basement, Yoshari's grandmother had 3 daughters, and the second one was Makani. So Yoshari's mother, younger sister, someone's aunt. Makina's house is deserted now. If you were to go there, you might find some clues that would help you lead to the Book of Shadows. We tried, but we were too strongly connected to the spirit world. We just couldn't enter the room. Yeah, family lore time. I know what exactly you might find there, but if you have the strength to fulfill Hino's last request, I'd like to ask you to try. And with that, Yamamura simply turned and left the hospital. Sis' last request? On the other side of the door, a peculiar girl stood in wait. As soon as Yamamura had covered enough distance to put me out of earshot, the two of them spoke. Nice work. Is that good enough? Can I go now? Just you people breathing makes my skin crawl. But I won't kill you. So yeah, that's good enough. Now get out of my face. Yamamura ran away so quickly as she could without drawing attention to herself. As if in response, the intimidating girl and the peculiar outfit spat on the hospital wall. Man, hard to find anyone these days who's not a dumbass. She mumbled these words as she snaked a sidelong glance at me in the room. I was completely oblivious. Died way too easily. Worthless piece of shit. Well then. So now we know who one of the bad guys are. Interesting. It was time to meet my fate. I had no trouble locating Misaki's residence. I do not know what I was expecting, but what I found was just an ordinary apartment building. I couldn't involve Moshida and the others in this. They've been through enough already. Besides, that was a family matter. Bloodline was responsible for this whole mess, so it was only right that I was the one to make amends alone. Yet somehow all of her classmates are probably going to be brought into this. This is the place, alright. The South Apartments. Looks pretty run down. I'd expect an apartments in this condition to get torn down rather than just left to rot. Does anyone even manage this building? Okay, a candle. Whenever you see a candle on the map, you can examine it to restore your HP and save your game. Alright, we're gonna do that. We're gonna save our game. Empty slot. There we go. Finally. Alright. This isn't trespassing. Isn't this trespassing? I hate feeling so conspicuous. It puts me on completely on edge. If the door should suddenly open, somebody yells for me to be in here, I think I'll probably just drop dead on the spot. Uh-oh. Is someone coming? Yeah, and you run right to it. That's how you die in these situations. When a person gets truly startled, she's unable to move due to the combination of fear and, well, being put on the spot. It's like she's been planted into the ground. It may be human nature, but I hate not being in control of my actions. Nonetheless, there I was, sitting duck, just waiting for someone to come down the stairs. Except no one did. The seconds ticked on, but I was pretty definitely the only one here. Could have sworn I heard footsteps. Okay. Alright, I can control. The mailbox was stuffed with vast quantities of tissue paper. The bottom layer of this thick stack had turned into an unpleasant shade of brown. It may have just been from the years of settling debris, but if that were the case, it shouldn't have been that dark. What's in there? Yeah, oof, definitely. I slowly unwrapped the tissue, morbidly curious as to what I might find inside. It was only then that I noticed that the inside of the mailbox itself, which was stained with a deep crimson, it looked a whole lot like blood. Of course it does. It's all good, Crit. I'm not too familiar with Corpse Party series either. I just know bits and pieces of it, just because every so often I did used to watch people play it, but I don't know how it ends or any of that stuff. So we'll go into it blind together. I'd unwrapped enough by to see what was inside the tissue paper too. It was the skeletal remains of a bird. Of course it's the skeletal remains of a bird, but at least it wasn't like someone's hand or something. On the rusted panel of the mailbox from which I discovered the gruesome find was a name scribbled in permanent marker. Snozaki. Okay, first clue. So I'll ask you guys, should we go left or should we go up? I'm not sure. Is there anything else in here? On the rusted panel on my bottom screen, Tsunozaki. Huh. Left? Alright, Dank. We'll go left. Ah, there's nothing over to the left. I'm playing the Switch version. It's the remake of Blood Drive. Well, it looks like we're going up. Since left, we can't go left. Stop. No, shut the hell up, bitch. I'm gonna bash your skull in. Huh? What's going on? Is someone there? I must be hearing things. What? Where's my flashlight? Persistent use of your flashlight will eventually kill his battery. If this happens, you'll need to find a new battery and use it, or you'll be left in the dark. Okay. Is there a way I can turn off the flashlight? Shinozaki. Alright, we found the what you call it? The place we gotta go, it looks like already. I should have gone to the bathroom before coming here. Guess I'll just have to hold it. Okay. How do I... Okay. It's the left bumper thing. Alright. The door is shut tight. Obviously, I think we're going to knock. Excuse me. There's a doorbell on the wall nearby. Pressing it only produces clicks. Guess there's no power. Does that mean we gotta put power in? This door is rusted shut. It won't open. Okay, so I guess we gotta leave. Let's save real quick. Yes. Alright. Anything in here? Excuse me. In the distance of most of the name tags being missing from the mailboxes, the ones that remain are encrusted with dirt and decay and are only barely legible. Some, in fact, are just plain rotted out entirely, or from the slots of them are rusted over. They look like props from a horror movie. No. Maybe I should check one of the other stairwells. Okay. Okay, so... What am I supposed to do then? Open it. Oh, her phone went off. Have you ever had that happen? Where your phone goes off and scares the crap out of you? I've had. One second. Gotta take my meds real quick. Who would be calling at this hour? Unknown number. Hello? Hello? Don't go, don't go, don't go. What was that? Alright. There we go. Sorry about that. 04244444444444. What the hell? The number disappeared from the screen, as if the call had never been placed. That would freak me out if that happened to me. Wait, what? Is my phone on the fritz? Or something? God. Oh, it unlocked. It's open. Hello? It's so dusty. How many years has it been since anyone actually lived in here? Is anyone home? Should I take off my
脱い
shoes?
だ方がいいかな。
I think it's okay to keep your shoes on in this case. And of course, she takes off her shoes.
おかえり。
Welcome home.
今
That was
人の
totally a voice.
そうだ。
That's right.
篠崎を知ら
I
ないよう
need
に
to learn from my
記
mistakes.
憶を生かさなく
At
ちゃ。
Yoshishaki's house,
今回は
this time I've come prepared
お姉ちゃんが
with the voice recorder Sis used for her research.
2008年11月
November
10日
10th, 2008, 7:48 p.m. Beginning an investigation of
捜
Manasaki's
索開始。
Shinozaki's apartment. Fine, I can do this.
私は
I've
大
been
丈
to
夫。
that school and that house.
頑張れる。
Yeah, I remember in the original one. The original one was a school. The second one was a mansion and a school. I think this is the third one of the series. I don't know if it's the fourth one. I know there's like a bunch of them. We're gonna save. Alright, we'll go into this
山
one.
村さんの話だと
The way Yamamara was
篠崎真希
talking,
はすでに亡くなっている。
Minaka Shinozaki is dead.
生活用品とか当時のもの
Of course she's dead. But her plans still seem to be completely intact.
篠崎真希が亡くなった後、誰もここ
Has
に
anyone
入
been
ら
in
なか
here
ったん
since
でしょ
her passing?
や
Damn
っ
it.
ぱり怖いよ。
This is scary. Alright, I don't want to use my batteries too much. On the tiny kitchen table sat prescription bags and instructions. Name written on every bag was Manakia Shinozaki.
やはり篠崎真希
Yes, that clinches it. This is definitely Makaina's, whatever her name is, apartment. I do know in the original game there was multiple endings, correct? I do not know if in this one there's multiple endings, but I do know in the original one, certain characters were scripted to die, but other characters were not. You could save other characters and they could live through the end of the game, if I remember correctly. So I would assume that this game is the same way, but I could be wrong. There was a photo hanging from the freezer door. Though blurry and hard to make out, it seemed to be of the forest, thick with mist along the additional details that made it much worse. Forgive me while I eat. I have to eat with my heart medicine. So I'll try not to be obviously chewing. Though blurry and hard to make out, seems to be the forest thick with mist along one additional detail that made it much worse.
私は大丈夫。私は
I'll
大
be
丈夫。
fine. I'll be fine.
やっぱり帰りたい。怖いよ。手がかり。手がかりって言ったって。
What I thought about doing for Halloween was
見当もつかないけど。
seeing about doing a live ghost hunt,
マキナさんの遺品
but
を
with
できるだ
the
け持ち帰って。
virus and everything. I'll probably save that for when it's more safer to do that. Because there's a place I actually really do want to investigate in real life. It's the San Javier Mission out there at the Tonoatum Reservation in Arizona. That place is supposedly haunted by old Spanish monks that you can see at night. So I would love to investigate that place. I didn't even know what I'm looking for. I guess I'll have to make some of Machina's things back, or take some of Machina's things back with me, I guess. Many as I can carry. Okay. Alright, 1 second. On the tiny kitchen table sat numerous prescription bags. Yep. Alright, we already did this. It's a blurry photo of a noose in the forest. Alright, let's turn this off. See you later, Crit. Thanks for coming and watching for a little bit. You take care. I appreciate it. Items laying out can be obtained by examining them. There may be hidden compartments or spaces in shelves such as well. So to be determined to examine everything very carefully. There's something lying on the table. Batteries! We definitely need batteries. I could see myself in the mirror. I looked worried. The jar seemed to contain only insurance documents as well as an official name stamp. These are... I can't take any of these. I wonder if there's any dependents listed though. Or if there's anything else in here. Let's see. Ah, photographs. The top photograph on the stack depicted a young woman with a hairstyle decidedly not of the modern era. Is that Masak? The next photograph showed a different woman smiling widely. Her clothes were actually quite beautiful and her eyes looked almost lifelike on paper. Like tiny, like they could suck you in. I flipped through each of the remaining pictures, seeing mostly more of the same until... Machina, Rocky, and Rakai and Yokohama. Judging by how everything looks, this looks to be like during World War II. The picture in the background. So does that mean this girl is? Anything in here? What's this? It was a small white box made out of paper. So small in fact that it could fit in the palm of my hand with room to spare. It was light as a feather too. Oh boy. Well, as they say, spoils go to the bold, so we'll open it. Of course, another dead bird. I don't know why there's another in there. Why do I have a feeling that those birds mean something or they matter for something? I closed my eyes and put my hands together, saying a little prayer for the poor animal. Then I left the box where it lay and got back to my feet. Anything else that we can see real quick? No. Okay, that's not creepy at all. In the middle of the room, a twin-sized futon was neatly laid out. Its top cover was convex, just as if someone was there sleeping beneath it. In fact, that's exactly what it looked like, almost unmistakably. And right on top sat a perfect cube of a box. about 10 centimeters across on all sides, bright red like a Shinto torii gate. Which would have been a lot more interesting if I weren't still scared out of my mind by the thought that there might have been someone underneath that covers this whole time. Okay. I have to take this back with me. Okay, what's in it? Open it. What is she doing? Oh, it won't open. Oh boy. Alright. I do remember from watching Let's Plays of the original games, that usually means that a demon or a ghost is going to pop up and it could actually kill you. Yep, there's a ghost. You know, with this, don't go. With this graphics that they did, because they updated the graphics, it's less scary than when it was in the 8-bit looking. It was a silhouette of a human being, all black, save for two perfectly round, cut-out positions halfway through the head, glinting with an unearthly light. There were no signs of life nor details anywhere along the shadowy figure except for those in those eyes. But those eyes were very much alive, and they were unmistakably that of a human. Yeah, they were scarier in the at least the way they had it in the 8-bit. It was a little bit scarier. At least I thought, anyways. Eek! Alright, now we gotta run. Oh! Did you see the ghost in the mirror? In response to my worst fears, I suddenly caught sight of a small girl in a black dress standing in front of me. Hesitantly taking a closer look, it was actually me, reflected in the mirror. But not just me, there was a black shadow behind me, and it was coming closer. I panicked and whirled around, and my light immediately went out. I was completely shrouded in darkness, as if whatever I've seen had fully enveloped me. Okay. She's just panicky running around. That's kind of funny. I'd stepped on something soft and squishy. Unconsciously, I paused for a split second to ponder what it may have been, but my de facto conclusion was, I don't care, I need to get the hell out of here. Yeah. And of course the doors are locked. Why is it locked? I don't remember locking it. No, please, not now. Open! Open! Feeling around the glass door surface, I finally found what seemed to be a handle. I tried it in vain to turn it, but only to realize that I couldn't because... What? Why won't my right hand open? I didn't have to ask though. I could feel it and see it. My right hand was being clasped shut by a tiny, ghostly hand of a white-hued child. Yeah, instinct on cue, definitely. I shook my arm violently, and the white apparition faded from sight. But my closed hand still won't open. Why can't I open it? I had to get out of there. It was paramount. Clenched fist or no, I needed to leave before worse things happened. Panicked, I flung the glass door. And it led us right back into this room. Of course. Why? This shouldn't be the way out. And there he is. Or she. Could be a she. My heart was pounding so hard and so fast. I was convinced that I was going to have a heart attack and die. At the very least, I knew I was about to lose consciousness. This is really spooky on headset because I have my headphones on so I can hear the game and stuff. And on the right speaker, you could hear her saying "Don't go" in Japanese, and then it goes to the left side. It's kind of spooky. As if to confirm just how done for I was, my nose began bleeding profusely. I had no doubt anymore. This was the end.
Shinozaki! Oi!
I told you that the schoolmates would come.
Shikkari shiro!
Kushima moved my worn, limp body to the tatami flooring and carefully sat me up. I regained consciousness right away, and I was immediately met with the worried gazes of Kishima, Mochida, and Nakazami. Thank goodness you're safe. I was so very relieved to see my friends. I started crying as well.
Shinozaki! なんでお前一人でこんなことしてんだよ!
They're gonna scold her, of course. Why the hell did you think you were coming here by yourself? I had to. I just had to.
何?
Why?
岸沼
Kishishimura.
サトシ
Satoshi?
よしきに任せよ
Let's leave this to Yoshaki.
私が
I was the cause of this.
始まりって
The cause of what? Everything. Everything's my fault. All our friends are gone because of me. Even sis. Even she's gone. I was sobbing like a baby. My face may have been a mess, and my voice came out hoarse and in short bursts.
悪いって
How is this your fault? Because it was my idea to do Shashiko Ever After. I'm the one who brought it to school, and everyone stayed to participate. That was the start of it all. It's all my fault.
まさか
How could you possibly take sole responsibility for that?
全部の責任を背負い込んでんじゃないだろうななあ
Hey, we're a team.
俺たちは仲間だろ
You know that, right? I sheepishly nodded my head and didn't look down. I didn't want to meet his gaze.
じゃあよ
Well, if you know that,
頼れよ
then don't
一人
forget
で
it.
突っ走ん
Stop
な
taking
よ
everything on yourself.
いいか今ここではっきりさせといてやるあんなもの絶対に
Don't you ever think for a second, not even 1
お
second,
前のせいなんかじゃねえんだよ
this is all your fault.
お前は悪くない
You're not to blame,
だか
okay?
ら
Stop blaming yourself,
そんな風
damn
に
it.
自分を責めんなよ
岸沼
少なくとも
Everybody else here feels the same way
ここにい
too,
るみ
right?
んなそう思ってる
あ
Yeah.
あよしきの言う通りだ
そうだよ委員長もう一人で抱え込まないで私みんなをもう巻き込みたくないから自分で何とかしなきゃってでも怖くて
And that's how you almost get killed. You didn't bring backup. I just couldn't do anything. God, you're so dense. That's what I was trying to tell you here. You did good. Just don't do it again. Not without us. I'm tense? That's mean. And that's the thing she gets upset about. No, that's not exactly what I meant. Thank you. I didn't entirely believe them. That was a fact that the whole mess started when I let everyone into the Shakiro Ever After ritual, but I appreciate the words nonetheless. Yeah, that had me laughing too, Dank. We're the ones who made it out. We have no choice but to come to terms with what happened. It's part of us now. We don't have to accept it, though. Yeah, we can still fight this. We can still try to set things right, even if it only means by the slimmest of margins. Is it fair to say that we feel the same way as you do? You claim you couldn't do anything, however, but I'm not quite convinced that's true. I didn't recognize the voice at all, and I was a little perturbed that no one else seemed as startled by it. It belonged to a girl I've never seen before, wearing an unusual outfit. You must be Ayami Shinozaki. I'm glad no harm has befallen you. Who are you? Shinozaki, this is the person who tipped us off to where you were headed and led us here. Her name is Aiko Niwa. I'm sorry to be so presumptuous. I took delivery of looking into you. I am what you might call an intelligence agent, I suppose, regarding the matter as supernatural. Of course, as the little sister of Shinozaki, I suppose the quickest way to explain it would be to say that I'm a friend of Nayo Senonaki's. A friend of Nayo's? And you know sis too? Yes, your sister Hino made quite a name for herself in this place. Ayumi, your right hand. Are you not able to open it? My right hand had been collapsed shut this whole time. Almost forgotten about it, and I tried to open it again, but still couldn't. No, I can't. Let me see. Kinshiyama grabbed my hand and tried to pry my fingers open. Ow! That hurts! There's no point in forcing it. It should open naturally when the time is right. You just need to be patient. Oh, and what's this now? She attempted to open the box for just a moment, but her efforts proved to be in vain, just as mine were. This is rather intriguing. Like your hand, it simply refuses to show us what it contains. How fascinating. Aiko was mesmerized by the unopening box. She seemed desperate to understand what force kept it sealed, almost giddy at the unspoken prospects of what it could mean. Such spiritual energy. This is wonderful. May I hold on to this, if only for tonight? I believe I might be able to open it once I've returned home. Oh, okay. I had the feeling this was less a request than it was a statement. She would have never taken no for an answer. Well, it's getting late tonight. Let's talk more, shall we? I'll meet you after school. That night, after I returned home, I stood in front of the mirror and just kept trying to open my right hand. I put every bit of strength and energy I had into it. Ah, my fingers! It opened! What? Inside I found, headed for a closed hand were teeth. Human teeth from the looks of it. Very small baby teeth, 2 of them. The roots of each teeth were embedded deep into my palm, and I was bleeding quite a bit as a result. Why? Why are the baby teeth in my hand? be continued. EP entries for Hino Shinugi have been unlocked. New encyclopedia has been unlocked. Oh, cool. Would you like to save? Yes. And we will call it there, folks. For those of you that have joined, I want to thank you. Crit Astra, Dank Meme, and everyone else who came in and laughed as I was playing the game. We'll probably continue this maybe tomorrow or the next day. Give me a like if you like this, and I'll see you guys next time when I live stream. Happy